I thought I would give you all a quickie before I go to bed, a very small video. I thought that I died and I'm in heaven. I thought that the world has changed. Maybe I'm in an alternate dimension because you see, a Buzfeed journalist have just decided to correct fake news. Do you guys remember when the entire mainstream media were up in arms because Donald Trump didn't manage to get to a World War I memorial? And the president said because of meteorological conditions, because of the rain, he couldn't make it. And the mainstream media was like, oh my god, he's lying. Oh, liar Trump, liar, liar, liar. Now let's get back to Russia, 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 Russia. Turns out that this BuzzFeed reporter found out that according to the FOIA from Department of the Navy, apparently the transport really was cancelled by the Navy due to rain. Which is something that literally every single person with a brain could figure it out. Like, the president of the United States is not just a guy anymore. He's a slave. He's a slave to protocol. Everything he does, it's not like he can just, I mean, maybe he can, but it would be very unusual for him to just take a stroll. Like when he goes into another country, especially, there's an entire protocol, like, that he has to follow. And it reminds me when he actually went to Britain and the Queen waited for him, I believe 5 minutes, and everyone's like, oh my god, he's so rude. Such an American way of doing things. It's like, does he not care about the prestige of being on time? And like, he's making the Queen wait. Like, obviously it's not him, it's his entourage. Like, he's in a car and someone's driving it. It's not like he's like just some random businessman in a business trip. Yeah, well, like, the mainstream media keeps pushing this shit. And now they're reaping what they sown. Like, CNN just closed its London headquarters. They're losing millions of dollars every month. Their ratings are plummeting. Vice News and Buzfeed and all of these progressive outlets, they're losing ratings so bad right now. And they're losing a lot of money. And you know what I think? I don't think they will go bankrupt. Like, I legitimately think you're going to have leftists that are pumping money into these things because at the end of the day, it's just the propaganda outlet. It's just a way to get your message across. Because even if, like, the normies would stop reading these publications, you still have corporations that read them. You're still going to have, BuzzFeed write a smear piece, and then a corporate entity is going to look at it and they're going to take action based on the piece they wrote. And sometimes it's not even about the piece. Like, take, for example, Count Dankula. Like, what I think happens, and I said this in previous videos, I'll say it again. It's like, imagine this. Imagine you're part of some corporation and you get a call from BuzzFeed or CNN or, BBC, like any of these publications. You get a call from a reporter and it's like, hey, yeah, we're doing reporting about some far-right dude which said very offensive things about rape. What is your take on it? Like, why do you condone it? It's like, what do you mean you don't condone it? Like, the guy is in your company. What is your statement on it? And most companies will be like, holy shit, we don't want the negative press. We're just going to fire the guy. So as you can imagine, if you look how people are responding to this, it's like, wow, this is kind of late. It's like 1 year late. Amazing, since Obama, Bush, Clinton never had these issues. Like, this is something that I, as a Romanian, keep noticing. Like, they keep blaming Donald Trump for things that the previous presidents have done. And they were quiet when it happened to the previous presidents. Like, there was no outroar. But the moment Trump does something that Obama did, it's like, oh my god, oh. It's like, this seems relevant. Did Trump cancel visit to American cemetery in France because of rain? Still can't figure out how to work an umbrella. Look how smart these people think they are. You need to be slow with them because they got a check mark. They're a little bit slow. It's like, no, he's a president. He has to have an entourage. They're setting, like, they have to go there either by helicopter or by boat. And if the meteorological conditions don't allow it, they will say, no, you can't go. Like, you can't book just a normal passenger aircraft and be there a day in advance. That's not how it works. Jesus, you think these people would know? Look at this one. Remember when Trump chose not to go to a military ceremony because rain in Paris? And he's showing this lady which is speaking in the snow. It's like, again, it's nothing to do with him not being able to hold a speech in the rain or in the snow or whatever. It's about the travel to that destination. Look how many check marks. Look, I helped plan all of President Obama's trips for 8 years. There is always a rain option, always. Well, in this case, it seems there wasn't. They die with their face to the foe, and their pathetic, inadequate Donald Trump couldn't even defy the weather to pay his respects to the fallen. Yeah, and now it bites them all in the ass, you know. But here's the thing: like, people really don't remember who slandered them. Like, they don't remember these names, which is why I bring them up. I do a little bit of archaeological grievance. But back then it was, really damaging, because it was, oh, look, now he did this, now he did that, now he's doing this, now he's doing that. It was like every single article, it was like, oh, he's having 2 scoops of ice cream, ma. And now it's going to bite them in the ass in the ratings.